Hello, Professor and fellow students. My name is Stephen Pierce, and I will be talking about Plato's allegory of the cave and how it pertains to the Matrix. Imagine a cave that prisoners have been there since birth. Chained to the floor, their arms, their legs, their necks, they can't move. All they can do is stare straight ahead at the blank wall that's in front of them. Now, obviously, they've been put there by somebody, but they don't know that. There's a fire behind them, and in front of that fire, the person who put them there places objects, puppets, shapes of animals, trees, and stuff like that. And because the fire is behind that, it's casting the shadows on that blank wall in front of the prisoners. And that's their entire view of reality. That is what they know is true, is two-dimensional shapes on the wall. Now imagine that the prison guard has released them. He's let the prisoners go. So now they step foot out of the cave and they see trees, they see grass, they see colors that they've never experienced before. Their truth, their world, their reality has been changed completely. They have to accept that they can't go back to what they used to believe because of now the knowledge that they've gained from seeing the outside world, what is really true. The way this is very similar to the Matrix is Morpheus gives Neo a choice. Either the red pill or the blue pill. The red pill leads to enlightenment. The blue pill puts him back into the Matrix, and he'll never know of anything other than the world that he knows now. And Neo chooses the red pill, so he experiences truth for the first time. And so Morpheus shows him exactly what's been going on, that he's been held captive. He had no idea before, but now he knows that the world that he remembers, the family members, the friends that he had, all of that is not true. It's all fake. It's all been fabricated by the higher powers that are keeping him there. And what we learn from that is, or what the philosophers question about that is what is truth? How do we know what we're living in and the world that we see is real? Think about when you were a kid. All of the fairy tales that your parents told you, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all of those things in your child's mind was real until your parents told you that it wasn't, that those were just fairy tales that they told you when you were younger. So that version of truth that you used to believe has now been changed because you have the knowledge of knowing that those aren't real anymore. Your parents have told you finally the truth. There are several different theories on how we can determine what is really truth. The first of them being the coherence theory, which states that for something to be true, it must be coherent with everything else that we know. This theory does have its issues. For example, take religion. I'm Christian and therefore believe that Jesus and God are one and the same person, and that Jesus came down in man form and died and rose again. Many other religions do not believe that. They believe that Jesus was a prophet, that he's not the same as God. So therefore my truth and other truths are not the same, they're not coherent. So that's one of the issues with the coherent theory. Another theory is pragmatism. Pragmatists believe that for something to be true, it has to be proven. So most pragmatists are scientists, because scientists believe that they can prove everything sooner or later. And so if you can do the science and prove that it's real, you can reproduce it, then that's truth. It's not based on faith, it's not based on what ifs, it's based on results. An American pragmatist, William James, said that the pragmatic theory of truth supplements the coherent theory with practical proviso, namely that among the reasons for accepting a statement or belief as true is whether it allows it to function better, whether it suggests fruitful lines of inquiry to be pursued in the future, basically whether it works. So what that's saying is, for something to be true, it must make sense and be able to be proven as a function. And there's ultimately two different kinds of truths. There's empirical truths and necessary truths. An empirical truth is factual, something that can be proven. A necessary truth is something that is true through reason and can't be false. So it's difficult to argue that your truth or my truth is the real truth. Just because we disagree on something doesn't mean that you're right and I'm wrong. remember the picture of the dress from a few years ago? Some people saw a blue and black dress, some people saw a white and gold dress, but truth didn't come out until the manufacturer of that dress actually said what they made. So it's up for debate for what is true. In the Matrix, Neo was the one. He was responsible for trying to break the Matrix and show everyone what real truth was, to unchain all the prisoners, to say. Until that time comes when that happens here, or somebody can reveal what is ultimately true, it's going to be a question that's going to be asked for thousands of years to come. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.